Hey YouTube, it's Marida from the Nurse Lounge, and today we're going to do another Get Ready With Me Chit Chat Nurse Talk. So today's topic is going to be a topic that has been presented to me several times, and that topic has been how do I become how do I become more confident as a nurse? So we're going to talk about how to become more confident as a new nurse in this chit chat. Get ready with me if you want to see what I suggest, as well as what this makeup look is going to look like. Stay tuned. All right, we're back. I am Dr. Marida P, and we're going to do a Get Ready With Me where I'm not going anywhere. I'm just basically getting ready to do more videos. And I just figured since I'm going to get ready to do videos, I might as well come on and talk about how to become more confident as a new nurse. And that is something that has been asked to me time and time again in my DMs on IG as well as here on YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and jump right on in. And I've already prepped my face. I've already did my brows, what I'm going to do to them. So what we're going to do is basically I'm going to go over the products that I did use really quick to get to this point. And then after that, we will start with the makeup look. And in this video, I'm actually going to be using some new products that you all will haven't seen before on my channel. So new products that I'm using today, first impressions, things like that. We're going to figure this out as we go. All right. So let's start off with what I use to wash my face with. So to wash my face with, I am actually using this brand called Butter. And it is a Black-owned business, a Black-owned skincare line by Dorian Renaud. And Butter is a whole line of products where he has the cleanser, he has a moisturizer, and he has a vitamin C serum. And the vitamin C serum I actually did use right here. So I use these two products. So actually first I use my cleanser, and then after that I actually use a toner. And the toner I used today was this Quinn's Witch Hazel toner right here. This one has no alcohol in it, so it is very safe to use. I picked this up on Amazon, and it has a rose petal scent. It smells great, but I did use this as my toner for today, and I like it. I really do like this. This is something I've been using for the past, I want to say 2 weeks, and I've been enjoying this toner. This Butter line I've been using for the past month, and I have been enjoying it, and yes, it does work. And again, it's a Black-owned. This vitamin C serum, as you can see right here, I've already used, you can't see, but I've used half of it already, and I will say it has helped with my hyperpigmentation and my acne scars. This is what my face looks like with nothing on it. You can see I have some pigmentation issues right here, acne scars, and the same on this side right here. And so, but outside of that, my skin is pretty clear. I don't really have any acne this time. So these are the products I've been using for that. After I used my vitamin C serum, vitamin C serum, I went in with Linage, the Linage Glowy makeup serum right here. And this is what it looks like right here. I love this bottle, it's so cute. So I went in with the Linage Glowy makeup serum and just put it all over my face, and it did actually provide me a glow. I think this would be great to use even if you're not going to wear any foundation with it, just for that subtle glow. I think it did a great job with that. After I used that, I then went in with my primer to set my face. I do have oily skin, and so I used, where is my primer? Right here. So then I used the Pore Professional primer right here. And it says Matte Rescue. I have oily skin, so I use this one to definitely help with that. And then after that, I followed up with the No Problem primer. And I use this, what this bottle looks like right here. And this is new for me. I've just tried this for the first time today, and I love it. I love it. Definitely right through here where I have enlarged pores. It definitely helped to minimize those pores. So I definitely will be using that. First impression is I love that product. After that, I went in with my brows, and I picked up today, actually, I went to Ulta today and picked up the Morphe not Honest. What am I talking about? Morphe, what is this called? Micro Brow Pencil in the color Java. I've heard several people talk about this shade right here, and it is what I use for my eyebrows. My brows are already done. So first impression is I actually like this product right here. The next thing I went in after that was with my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I got the color Fawn, and I used that to actually carve out my brows and kind of clean them up some. And again, that's already done. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and jump into what we're going to use for foundation and keep going from there, and we will start our chat. All right, so for our foundation, I went and picked up the Born This Way matte foundation. I have picked up 3 other colors. The foundation itself is great. I know that because I've wore it, but I didn't have my correct match. This right here is Caramel, and I believe that hopefully this will be the correct match for me. I have tried Mocha and I have tried Brulee, and neither one of those worked. So hopefully Caramel's in the middle. Hopefully this will work for me. So this is what we're going to try today. But the actual foundation itself is not new. It's just this color. I need to see if it's going to work for me or not. All right, so now let's go ahead and start our talk about how to become more confident as a new nurse. All right, I'm just gonna put this right on my face right here. Just pump it right on my face. See if this works. It's a little runny. Hopefully, this is my shade. It looks better than anything else I've tried. We'll see. All right, so we'll stick with that and see how this goes. All right, so I have this brown beauty blender, or it's not a beauty blender brand, but it is a sponge basically. It's been dampened already, and I'm gonna just go ahead and take it and see if this color works for me. And it does. I think this is the closest match I've had. And Caramel is basically a rich tan with a neutral undertone. I have a golden undertone, but a lot of the other ones that had golden undertones were too golden for me. So with neutral, you can just basically build it up to what you need it to be. So it will kind of wipe you out in terms of your face. You'll look like you are, you know, just kind of bland, but you can always build it up. So let's talk about building confidence. Okay, we're going to go ahead and jump right in while I'm doing this. So when it comes to building confidence, I always tell new nurses or new students that you won't have any to begin with. My confidence that you see in my videos or things like that, it comes over time. I've been a nurse for 16 years. So being a nurse for 16 years, you build that over time. And the best thing I can do is tell you that you want to be mindful of, for one, what do you know as a nurse and what do you not know? What do you know and what do you not know? And own that. That's first and foremost. Don't go in trying to tell somebody what you will and won't do when you don't know yourself. I want you to be mindful of those things. When I actually know my stuff, I know my stuff. Let me change this lighting just a little bit. So you can't compare somebody with 16 years experience to someone who has none. So when you build your confidence, you're building it based off of knowledge. Honestly, you have to have knowledge. And the one thing I recognize is that we're all human. And I always keep in the back of my mind that we all started, I'm looking at my vanity mirror, so if you see me looking up, that's why. We all started from a day one. Those physicians that you are intimidated by, those nurses that you're intimidated by all had a day one, even though they may forget that they did or act like they didn't because they act like they already know everything, but they don't. And even still today, they don't know everything. Now this is coming off kind of off color on camera, but it actually looks really good in the mirror. It's more my shade. So be mindful of that. What do you know? What do you need to know? Don't be afraid to make mistakes and own your mistakes. That builds confidence, believe it or not. When you simply say, okay, you know what? I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I just didn't know. That actually builds more confidence. You're kind of, and then when you learn from those mistakes, and you're kind of like, oh, okay, I learned from that. And then you go from there, basically. Next, we're actually going to, before I continue this, we're actually going to use my Pat McGrath new eyeshadow that I just purchased. This is the, which line is this one? This is the Mothership 8 Divine Rose 2 palette. Right here. So I'm going to open this up right here. This is what it looks like. See if I can show you without blinding you. That's what the colors look like. Gorgeous colors. I'm going to start off with this color right here is a transitional shade. So, you know, building your confidence basically is a situation where you have to say, okay, you know what? I'm here to learn. I'm actually in a situation where I'm starting a new job right now as we speak, as this video. I've been on my new job for about a week. And so I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. There's a lot of things that I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. And so I went in with the mindset that I'm here to learn. I'm going to ask as many questions as I need to ask. But in my situation, I'm bringing in the skills that I already know. So I'm going to do what I already know to do. So what do you have from nursing school that you already know? The foundation that you have from nursing school. Bring that in. If you know that you were good at doing vital signs, then make sure you are good at doing vital signs and you take your vital signs and you get them done in a timely manner. And you stay on top of that. When it comes to building confidence, you have to know what you know and acknowledge what you don't know. Basically, acknowledge what you don't know. It's okay. And like I said, learn from it. So when it comes to physicians or other nurses who I have, you know, came encounter with, who they act like they know it all, but they don't. I simply just, you know, make a statement that, hey, I'm here to learn. I don't know everything. And if you're willing to show me, I learn quick, or if you don't learn quick or whatever you need, you know, we're going to refresh those skills. So you have to acknowledge that. You have to acknowledge what you do and what you don't know. And I'm reiterating that because of the fact that that's what you have to do. Confidence is not going to be built overnight. Confidence is something that takes years or not even years, months, days, months, years to get to. And it's okay. It takes time, and that's okay. But you have to know that. So that's the biggest advice I can give you is learn your job. Own it when you don't know something. Go to someone and ask questions. Be someone who is going to accept criticism. You can't get confident on something that you don't know how to do. Okay, and you have to be willing to accept criticism. You need to learn the policies on your floor. You need to realize just because you did it this way in nursing school, that doesn't work in the real world. That's one big thing that nurses don't understand, or new nurses don't understand. Well, in nursing school, they taught us this. Well, you're not in nursing school. Okay. And nursing school only provides a foundation anyway. It doesn't provide you with everything that you need. All right. I'm going to take this color right here and do my outer corner with it. And so you have to be mindful of that. You have to be mindful of that. Wrong brush. So you just have to be mindful of the fact that, you know, you're not going to know everything and you're going to have to take notes. One thing I will say when it comes to building confidence, what are you doing to learn your job? Are you actually taking notes? Are you bringing a notebook with you so that you can know what to do and what not to do when it comes to your floor? How are you handling when people talk, give you criticism? Are you coming back with a smart mouth? Are you coming back, upset that they said something to you? How are you handling it? That's a good indication to them, what kind of nurse that you're going to be. If you're going to be someone who can't handle criticism, they're going to be like, okay, well, she can't even handle criticism, or he can't even handle criticism. So, that's not going to, you think what that's to do with confidence? Everything, because they're going to tear you down. They're going to come back and, give you a hard time. There is something to the notion that nurses eat their young. And when I say nurses eat their young, I'm speaking of not necessarily that you being young. It could be that you're new. New nurses, in terms of, no matter your age, if you're new to that floor, new to that unit, new to that hospital, you're new, and they will tear you up because you're not part of the clique. So be mindful of that. This is a pretty color, very pretty color. So what, how are you handling that when it comes to being the new person on the floor? Are you intimidated by people? Or are you coming off as kind of rough, kind of hard? Are you coming off as if like, I already know it all? And believe me, they talk about you. They talk about you as a new nurse or as a new employee. So when I say new nurse, I don't necessarily mean new out of school. I mean just new to the hospital or to the unit. They talk about you all the time, and you're being evaluated all the time. So if you're someone who already comes in and you already know it all, and you're acting like you already know it all, they're going to say, you know what, he or she can't be taught anything. And you're not going to have people who are willing to help you in those situations. They're just not going to be willing to help you. So you want to be someone who is someone who can be taught, someone who can be provided critique, and you don't fall apart. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to get to the point where you don't fall apart. I feel like that first year, you were always crying that first year of nursing. And that's okay to a certain extent, but don't let them see you crying. Try your best to be somewhere else. If you have to go to a corner, go to the locker room, go to the bathroom, go somewhere else, but don't be crying in front of these people, because they know some of these people, to be honest with you. I'm about to use this color right here for my lid. So they know some of these people are just set out to kind of intimidate you and to treat you a certain kind of way. It's a pretty color. This palette is very pretty. Very pretty. And the colors actually are so soft and smooth in terms of how they just blend. First time using Pat McGrath. So be mindful of that. They're watching you. They want to know what you're going to do, how you're going to react. So if you're someone who can't handle criticism, if you're someone who, I'm going to use this color again to go back and do my, kind of clean up the edges a little bit. If you're someone who can't handle stuff like that, then I suggest you're going to have to get some tough skin. And that's one thing I have to say about nurses. Seasoned nurses have tough skin. And basically what that means is that they have tough skin is that they don't fall apart when somebody says something crazy to them. We get that way. We begin to learn how to accept criticism. And you're like, what does this have to do with confidence? Everything. When you are able to show you know what you know and you don't know what you don't know, and they're like, okay, well, you know what? The one thing about them, they're not cocky and arrogant. Then they will be able to come and teach you. You're teachable. No one wants to deal with someone who is non-teachable. You need to be teachable. Okay, I like that. You have to be teachable. If you're not teachable, don't want to deal with you. Okay, don't want to know what to deal with you as a new nurse. New nurse meaning new to the hospital, new to the floor. I don't care what you did in nursing school. I don't care what you did at your hospital. I've had people come to the hospital and say, well, at my hospital, we did X, Y, and Z. They go like, well, you should have stayed at your hospital then. They don't do it like that everywhere. And that's one thing that people get caught up on. Well, at my hospital, we did X, Y, and Z. Well, like I just said, they don't do the same things at every same hospital. So you can't use that. All right, to add dimension back to my face, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in the shade 3. I am aware they have a new one out, which is 4, but, well, it's not new. I have 3 and 4. I have 3 and 4. 4 is a little deep. So this is 3, and I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this Sonia Kashuk brush, powder brush. It is clean. So I'm going to use it to add dimension back. So a lot of you want you an overnight, or, you know, like, I want to walk in with confidence. You're not going to walk in with confidence your first day on the job. You're just not. You have to build to that, and that just takes time. Building to that just takes a whole lot of time. When I am building my confidence, I am saying, okay, let me go ahead and rehearse and learn what my job really is. Let me learn my job. Let me write down or ask questions or take notes. Let me do those things. Are you taking notes? Are you asking questions? The one thing I know I can't stand when I have a new nurse is they come in, you know, asking questions, which is not a problem. But then when you provide the answers, they're not writing anything down. And then they turn around and come back and ask the same question 30 minutes later. Nurses can't stand that. If you are truly interested in your learning, you have to write stuff down. So get you a notebook. Get you a notebook so you can learn things and write things down. And that's what builds your confidence. Knowledge is power. When it comes to those physicians, okay, you're kind of like, okay, well, what do I need to do to learn my order sets and things like that? When you have free time, when you have downtime, shall I say, learn those order sets of your physicians. Sit down and review your policies and procedures when it comes to different order sets for your physicians. Learn your parameters. Get out your policy manual for your book. All right, so when it comes to this bronzer, you want to add color back to your, you know, add color back to your face, because when it comes to a neutral, if you don't have neutral undertones like I don't have golden, it flattens your face out. So to add dimension back, you have to add some color and some depth to it. So that's the reason why I'm kind of going with bronzer all the way around, just to add that back, because again, this one is a more neutral, so it takes everything out. So that's something you have to think about. When it comes to physicians, I always make sure that when I'm calling a physician for something, that I have a set of vital signs, that I have my story together in terms of what's going on with my patient. If you don't know what's going on with your patient, you're not gonna be able to do nothing, you know, tell the doctor nothing. They're gonna be asking questions that you have no answer to. So you always want to make sure that you're doing that. Always have answers. So before we go on, we're going to use the NYX California Beamin. This is actually a bronzer. It's actually a bronzer, but it has highlight components in it, and I use it for the highlight components. I don't use it as a bronzer. So I basically just take my, this is my e.l.f. highlighting brush right here. I tap it on the side right here, and I just kind of go over that highlight area on the top of my cheeks, right through there. Do that on both sides. That is my highlight. This is how I do my highlight. And then I go down the bridge of my nose, right down the middle, and the tip. Have your vital signs ready. Have your S-bar ready. So your situation, background, assessment, and recommendation. Now, when it comes to recommendation, keep in mind the nurse, you make that recommendation to the doctor. You should know what you're calling for and what you need to do to remedy that situation. But as you know, as a new nurse, you're not going to always know what it is. So you have to depend on sometimes other nurses and or doctors. So with that being said, then you need to ask around. Okay. All right. So I'm done with the makeup look. I am pretty much, this is how I am. I do basic looks. I'm going to use this Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Or actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm actually going to use this Dermablend. It is illuminating banana powder. So I'm going to use this first, and then after that, I will go in with my setting spray. I want my under eyes to be a little bit more brighter. So I picked this up right here. I saw this on somebody's channel, and I was like, okay, well, I'll try that. Dermablend Illuminating Banana Powder. So I'm going to take out the sponge that it has with it right here. And it has this kind of opening. I'm gonna go ahead and peel it up. And I love anything that's illuminating. I love, you know, to glow. So this is nothing out of my league right here. So I'm going to take, where's my brush? Well, actually I'm gonna take this sponge by e.l.f. It's like the camo, I don't know what it's called, but it's a sponge by e.l.f. And I'm going to kind of dab a little bit. Ooh, I made a mess. Put that right under my eye. Right under this eye. Oh, I like that. I'm not really into powders per se, and of course you didn't see me putting concealer on because I just don't do all those steps. But I feel like I still could use this illuminating powder right under the eye to highlight that area under there, to brighten it some and to illuminate. And it did a great job. I like this. I like a subtle highlight. I'm not really into just being bright. So I'm cool with that. All right, so anyway, now I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury spray and do what I need to do with that. So like I was saying, you know, I find that confidence is built over time. You have to know what you're doing as a nurse, and you have to know what you are allowed to do within your scope of practice. You can't get better unless you are trying to get better, and that's over time. Ooh. This is what the bottle looks like right here. It's a hard plastic bottle, but it's 100 ml, 3.3 fluid ounces. And it's supposed to, we'll see what happens. Oh, it smells good. It's quite fragrant. This is new to me. It claims to instantly lock in your look for magic makeup magic that looks just applied. No melting, no fading, no creasing. And you're supposed to do it over your entire face before and after applying makeup. I did not do it before, but we will see how this works out as a setting spray, sorry. If I like it or not. I don't have anything to fan with, but this is okay. For eyes, or I don't do lashes. I'm going to use the same one I used last time, which is my IT Cosmetics Lash Blowout right here. That's what the wand looks like. And so I firmly believe, honestly, that, you know, it will come in time. How confident you are as a new nurse is highly on you. Also, I will say this. When I was talking about how nurses eat their young, I'm a firm believer of that. Not of doing that, I'm a firm believer that they do it. And a lot of times you're going to have to come with your poker face. So even if you are intimidated, nurses can sniff out fear just like dogs can. And some nurses are mean enough to play on that when they know you're scared. Some nurses will do whatever they need to do to break you completely down just to say that they did it, okay? Just to say that they did it. Don't let that be you. Also, some nurses will tell you things purposely wrong because they don't like you. And they don't like you because you're pretty. They don't like you because you're black. They don't like you because you're young. They don't like you because you are educated. They don't like you because you're LP and it's not even the nurses sometimes. I have met some techs, CNAs, who would throw slick shade at me because she is CNA. Now, ain't nobody told you to stay down there and be no CNA. If you wanted to move up like the rest of us do, move up. Nothing's stopping you. So why do you have to be upset with us because of the fact that you are a CNA? Do you, boo. Do you. So with that being said, you know, you're gonna get shade from everywhere. Okay, so you're gonna have to just know how to deal with your haters. And the one thing I can say for that is grow. So I'm a firm believer of that. Okay, so be mindful of that. You can do it. You can do whatever you need to do, but you need to put on that poker face when you don't know what's going on, because I'm telling you, some people will mock you and basically treat you any kind of way because of that. All right, next we're going to use, this is something by Fenty. This is called the Fenty by Rihanna. This is not new, but I just bought this. I'm going to use the color, what color is this? Madame. It's kind of like a, or should I use the Candy Venom? I'm gonna use Madame, okay? So this is what it looks like. This is not a new product by Fenty. It's just something I picked up in this trio. These came out maybe over a year ago, but they have a whole trio now that I got for $25 at Sephora. So anyway, this is, I've already worn this one once, but this is what Madame looks like right here. Since we're headed to fall, we're gonna do a color like this. And I put on, I forgot to show you all, but I put on, where is it at? Here it is, I found it. On my lips, after I brush my teeth, I always put on some type of lip balm, and I put on the Linage Lip Glowy Balm in the scent or flavor of berry. This is what I use on my lips right now, and then it conditions my lips for my lip product. And this is a almost a brick color red. Brick color red. I like this color. So yeah, so let me take my hair down, and then after that I will be back. All right, so this is the finished look right here. Pretty simple. So again, confidence comes from doing things over and over and over again, and knowing exactly how you need to do it, how you need to execute it. Have that poker face on when you don't know. There are so many times when I went into patients' rooms not knowing how to do anything, and you would never know by the way I looked. Okay, you would never know by my face that I had no confidence about what I was doing, because I had that poker face. Like, and when they asked me, hey, do you know how to do this? And I would say, no, I don't, but I know how to ask questions, and I have somebody to help me if I don't know how to do something. And I would say it in just that manner as well. So with that being said, to be confident, you have to have that voice that you're confident. You have to, even if you're not, if it's something you don't know how to do, prep for it. Prep for it. Take somebody behind the scenes and say, okay, let me talk you through this, and you tell me if I'm doing it right or wrong. And if you're not doing it right, hopefully they're gonna tell you not doing it right. So when you go in to do some type of intervention, you'll know, okay? And hopefully they'll be there to walk you through it. That's okay. Do that. So with that being said, confidence comes from within. No one can give that to you. That takes time. I don't have confidence because of the fact that I came out of school with confidence. Again, I'm starting a new role as we speak as a faculty, as an associate professor. I'm not scared. And I know there's people who know more than I do, but I keep telling myself I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it. Keep telling yourself you can do it. You'll be fine. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. You know, the Get Ready With Me's, the chit chats, the nursing chit chat video. If you've enjoyed the nurse chit chat videos, Get Ready With Me's, I love doing these videos. For one, I love doing makeup, and this helps me get ready for my videos I'm doing after this. I'm not going anywhere. But with that being said, I want you to know that confidence, again, comes from within. I'm not confident in every situation that I enter myself into, but I say if somebody else can do it, I can do it. Don't let anybody stop you from doing what you want to do when it comes to your nursing career. Confidence comes from within. No one can give you confidence. You have to walk in and say, I'm going to own this situation. I'm going to own my mistakes. I'm going to acknowledge when I make my mistakes. And I'm here to learn how to do my job. When it comes to those physicians, like I told you, the physicians, some of them purposely intimidate you because they get in that whole mindset that I'm the physician, you're the nurse. Okay, I don't care who you are. You are human just like I am. Therefore, you are capable of making mistakes just like I am. Okay. And so therefore, guess what? You will make mistakes. Okay. And so that's another thing. You as a new nurse or new to an area, you're going to make mistakes. That's okay. Own it. But make sure you're following your nursing policies. Make sure you understand what nursing judgment is. Make sure you seek for help when you need it. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and ask as many questions as you need to ask. It does not make a difference how many questions you ask. Bring you a notebook so you can write things down. I'm telling you, nurses don't want to answer the same question 15,000 times. So they don't think you care about your well-being or as a nurse when you keep asking the same question over and over again. If you really wanted to know the answer to the question, you will write the question or the answer to that question down so that you show that you are vested in becoming the best nurse you can be. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Watch more. Give me some more suggestions. What other nurse chit chat should we have? Notice this. This is my doctoral robe right here. Okay, my doctoral robe. I didn't get to this point by not being confident. I was terrified to go and do my doctoral degree. But that fear is what made me do it. So being not confident sometimes is a good thing. Having a little fear is a good thing. Fear, a little bit of fear, good fear is what pushes you to do what you need to do. Anxiety, what pushes you to do what you need to do. I'm here to tell you to just do it. Like Nike says, just do it. If you want to know how to be the best nurse you can be, just do it. That's all you can do. You will make mistakes. That's okay. Own them, learn from them, and move on. Until the next time, you all follow me on IG. It will be somewhere on this screen. I will see you later in the next video. Let's chat in the comments. Take care. Bye-bye.